Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I decided to film outside because it's just so nice outside. And it's sunny and birds and yeah, but also my dad is working in the yard over there, so weird noises will probably be heard. So be aware of that, but also enjoy the birds. I still haven't figured out lighting situation because technically the sun is coming from over here and I'm standing like this with the building in the way, but we'll make it work. So, today's video is actually a sewing related video because about a week ago I made this. And if you don't know what this is basically a dress form, but only the bust part because I'm focused on making tops right now. And also, I expect to be changing shape pretty soon just because, like, quarantine, I'm being super lazy. And when it's over, I'm not saying I'm gonna get into shape, but I am saying I'll probably change shape in the lower half a little bit. Not sure in what ways, but just putting that out there. So I didn't want to make a lower half, and I'm only focusing on making tops right now, really. So I made this. I feel like she needs a name. Yeah, and so let me just explain to you how I made her. So what we began with, our first attempt didn't work so well, but that's just because my brother was helping me, and he didn't really know what he was doing. So for this one, which is our second attempt that actually worked out well, we began by covering the top half of me in trash bags. And I mean, not like black trash bags, but just like, you know, when you go to the store and you get plastic bags, we reuse those in our trash cans because we have little trash cans all over the house. And so I guess most people call that a waste bin. I'm not sure. Anyhow, you put one over your head, but like cut a hole for your neck, so obviously not over your face, and a few over your arms, and then tape some extras in place in different places, and then basically cover your body in duct tape. The thing is that if you're going for this shape right here, just like spinning around and letting the duct tape stick to you isn't going to work very well because the duct tape has a lot of pressure in it, so it's going to actually flatten your chest. So if you want a bust shape that's more masculine for the clothes that you're designing for yourself, then that works great. But if you want a top design that will let you create sort of bra-esque clothing, then you're going to want to do more of a crisscross pattern with the tape, and my mom actually helped me with this a lot. But yeah, you're just going to do a crisscross pattern with the tape, and you can kind of see with the purple, and I think there's an orange stripe across here. I really like the color scheme of this. It's really bright, really loud, and makes me think of like battle armor for the Alien show I've been watching. And then you, because it's on your body, there's going to be holes in the arm, head, other arm, and the bottom. And also, you're going to, when you try to get out of it, you're going to need to cut up the back. So make sure that you're wearing a shirt you don't care about underneath when you make this, because it's going to probably have duct tape sticking to it, and you might accidentally cut it a little bit when you're cutting it up the back to take it off. Also, mine ended up being a little bit more, like, there's a little bit extra room up here that I don't need, so it's really supposed to be more like straight. But it's finished, and I'm fine with that. I'll just make alterations on the stuff once it's on me, because that's mostly just like taking darts in the back, kind of, to make it look less round. I think I was slouching, and so that's why. So remember to stand up straight. So you're going to cut it off the back, cut it up the back to take it off, put a piece of tape down that, and it might even be extra good for the strength of it if you put a piece of tape down the middle, back inside also, and then you cover the holes up with tape, but leave one hole open. I left the bottom one, and then fill it with stuffing. Some people also put rods, like PVC pipes, up through the center and across to add more structure. I decided not to do that because this was just a quick project for me. Oh, but I think it might be a good idea to do that because it helps the stuffing stay in this area. I don't know if this actually shows it, but I have a medium to large size chest. I think I'm a C cup, but because I've been gaining weight, it might be more close to a D now. But don't know if you can tell. Also, to me, from looking at this, they seem really low down on the chest, but actually, I don't know. This is how it works on my body. And I was wearing a bra when I did this. Most of the time I don't, but I wanted it to make it so that, like, they were more perky than usual. Yeah. So she needs a name, and I don't know. Oh yeah, my brain thought of Francine the Titty Queen, but I really would like your guys' suggestions because then I can write her name in a Sharpie marker along the bottom or something, and then she can have a name. And the main thing that you would worry about when using this as a dress form, or not worry about, but like be aware of, is that duct tape retains its stickiness. So when you stick a pin into it, your pin will get a little bit of the sticky goobers of duct tape on it, but putting your pin through other pieces of fabric and back into the pin cushion pushes them off, and that's what happened in my experience. So just avoid sticking actual sewing needles in it and you should be fine. I have used it to help me with 2 garments so far, and I'm about to go show you one of them. So I'm going to get into that now. So first I'm going to show it to you not wearing it, and then I'll quick put it on. So the first item that I made with this top dress form kind of thing is this cute little crop top, and you probably can't see it super well because it shows up better when someone's wearing it, but I'm just going to hold it in different positions and hope that you can see what's happening. It's kind of like a racerback tank top but cropped, and I'll just hold it up against myself really quick. There you go. And then I'm going to go put it on. I'm not wearing a bra right now, but I think this particular garment would look better when a person was wearing a bra. So after I put it on, I'm going to explain to you how I made it. Alrighty, so now that I've got it on, you can kind of see how it fits a little bit better. And I'll explain to you how I made it. And you can wear it with the buttons buttoned up all the way or unbuttoned all the way. Either way it works. Hello. So if you wanted to make this yourself, you would first need to acquire a top that had a collar on it, so a collared shirt. Wind. Yes. And so then, obviously it was a crop top, so I basically just put it on and measured where I wanted it to be cropped at, and then cut straight across there. The wind is blowing all of my things away. Love that. And then for the sleeve area, I like my sleeves to have a lot of room in them because I don't like it to be really tight. Anyhow, back to sleeves. So this particular top was already designed for a feminine body, I guess, female body, as in it already had this line here and here for darts for the chesticle area, and the arm area was already like okay, but I didn't want it to be like a thick tank top looking thing, so basically I just sort of you can see that the sleeve basically just slides into the collar, so I sort of drew a line from the collar to where I wanted it to kind of be down from. Like I drew a mark here, and then I sort of just guesstimated a line. Thankfully, it's just enough, so like there's a little bit of side boob, but not too much, some tasteful side boob, if you know what I mean. And it's windy, and I didn't think about what would happen if I wore this in the wind, so excuse me just sort of holding it down a little bit. When you move your arms up and down, because of how skinny, I guess, the straps are, because there's not connected to this, you don't have the issue where in some crop tops, this area would go up and you'd have a little oopsie, unless you wanted that, which is totally fine. So that's why I did that. And then I just folded it over and did that cutout on the other side. Now, the reason that I was using this top was it was actually, it was mine when I was going to private school. And they required you to wear collared shirts. And then my brother had it, and when he was wearing it, he ripped it across here. And so originally what I did was I wanted to leave the hole there, so I just hemmed the hole, but it was a straight across line, and I have found out since doing this that straight across lines don't make nice holes, because once you put it on, it stays in the straight across line shape, and it's not like a cute, tasteful cutout. So I kind of measured how far down I wanted it to be, and then cut out a kind of even triangle shape. And then I cut out a triangle shape of this black fabric, which is actually see-through, but you can't tell that right now. And if it was, that was kind of the intent, to be see-through. And then on the inside, which I can't really show you because I'm wearing it, but maybe here, you can see this seam. On the inside, I just sewed along the edges of it to connect them. And let me tell you, these corners are not the easiest, especially because this is stretchy fabric. Then I hemmed these. This part I did by hand, which in retrospect doesn't look the most professional, but it's okay. And then here I hemmed with a zigzag stitch on the machine, and it was pink thread. So yeah, I can't really like back up to show you because the ground is like goes down behind me. But here you can kind of get a good idea of how long it is, and hopefully I won't have to blur anything from that shot, although I mean I'm 18, so it's fine. And then here, let me show you what the back looks like. And because I cut it like both sides through, when I cut the sleeves off, the back is the same shape as the sleeves. So it's kind of like a racer back look. I'm not really sure if that's like exactly how you would term it, if that's what it's really called, but it's a racer back, I think. Someone tell me if I'm using that word wrong. So, this part turned out okay. It's a little bit roughly, but for my first time, then it's fine. The only thing I would think I would change about it is this, this hem. I knew that when you were hemming stretchy fabric, you shouldn't stretch it unless you're using an elastic thread, because if you stretch it while you're hemming it, it will stay stretched out, and then it will be like kind of gross and roughly, and I wanted this to be like form-fitting. So I didn't stretch it at all, but it still did the roughly thing, like this a little bit. You can see like the waviness of it. And so I'm wondering if anyone has any tips on how to make it like not do that. Also, I added my own darts here and on this side also to add some more shape, and I think that's what helps it like stay and not like move around. I wore this while I was sewing the next item I'm going to show you for about 3 hours in my house, and I was like bending down and stuff, and it stayed in place really well. Like once you get it situated where you want on your body, it doesn't move around too much. I just tried jumping to see if that would work. I wouldn't recommend jumping, but if you're doing movements that like this part of your body isn't like moving too much, but you're like bending down or like doing different things, it's a pretty stable item. So the next item I'm going to show you, I have to change the camera angle and also change. But let me just show you with the pants that I'm currently wearing, and then I'll show you the pants that I made that I'm actually into, because they kind of look cute. Okay, so this is a better angle to show you what my pants look like. So these are actually a pair of boxers that are men's extra large that we found on the side of the road. Hey, and obviously we cleaned them, but now I wear them as pants. And when they're sitting right here, so like my belly button is right here, because we're just gonna not talk about that. They reach just exactly to the tips of my fingers. So the tips of this finger, they reach just exactly that far. I can't get tall enough to show you how far that is, but they're pretty like mid-thigh length shorts, and they're also, because they're extra large, pretty wide. They have pretty wide legs, and I appreciate that because your girl got thick thighs, and it's hard to wear pants. They don't have pockets. That's like the only thing that I don't like about them. And I guess, so normally I don't like to have an elastic waistband, but in this case, I make an exception because this one is pretty loose. Like, it's enough to keep it above this area, but it's not like constricting and tight like most elastic waistbands are that I have found in my experience. And yes, when I acquired it, I sewed up the little hole, so there's no extra sneak peeks for you guys. Sorry if you were looking for that, not in this video. So the pants that I made, I based off of these. I used these as the pattern for it. And let me show you the fabric. So right now you're looking at the back of them, but let's see if I can get it in the light a little bit. Can you see the fabric pattern? Because it's so beautiful. If you can't see, let me just explain it to you. So this is like this really beautiful, like burgundy mauve, kind of like a dark reddish purple. This is like a really cute mustard yellow, and then the green is like, I don't know, like the darker shades of green are more of a forest green, and then the lighter shades of green are kind of like a grass green, as in the color of the grass that's right now. And then the back color is like a navy blue, and it's a beautiful floral pattern. The wind is trying to take away my pants, but I refuse. So as you can see, the pattern of them is basically, they're just a square, pretty much. They're just pretty much a square. What I did was I folded these in half, and then I traced them across the piece of fabric I was using. Basically, in any shorts tutorial that you look up online, it's going to show you the same thing. However, this has an elastic waistband, which means that I can't actually get this specific circumference over these hips. Yeah, so then I added what I have now learned are called gussets. I think it sounds better to say reverse darts, because darts are when you sew, you take a triangle of fabric, pinch it, sew it, and cut it off, and I am inserting a triangle of fabric. So I sewed up the crotch area first, because that's what you do. You sew this line here, and then I sewed up to around here, as you can see, the kind of messed up area. Sewed up to about here on all the four seams, and then I inserted these triangles. And the way that I figured out how to match the exact width and height of the triangle was I pretty much put them on and then pinned the top of each section to where it would be on these pants, and then I measured the length of that, and I just added 5 inches everywhere because I decided I was going to add a tie. So I added 5 inches to each top of the triangle, and then my front triangles were 5 inches wide and 8.5 inches down. My side triangles were 5 inches wide and 10 inches down. And so I did it on each side, and the front and the back. So the front and the back were the same length. And then I folded the top edge over, and I would recommend probably making your hole for the waistband a little bit bigger than I did, because trying to slide the waistband through was an experience that wasn't my favorite. And so I would say right now it was 2 inches, and then I folded that in half, so it was about 1 inch tall. I would recommend go for 3 inches folded over, which would be 1.5 inches tall, because then you have more room. And then I made this really long strap for my tie, and this was I think 2 inches, and then it was flat, and I folded the 2 sides in, and then the ends in, and then I just sewed down here. So it's not 4 layers thick everywhere, just right here. Everywhere else is only 2 layers thick. I hope that makes sense. And then I just threaded this through this hole and then tied it up to where I wanted it to be exactly. Also, because I didn't really pay attention exactly to where I drew where I left the hole to put it in, it's kind of on the side. So if I was wearing them, the bow would be right here, which I actually think is kind of cute. I like it, and I do actually plan to wear these through the summer at some point. So yeah. And hopefully in a future video you will see that I have begun to make another top. It's kind of made of a t-shirt that I cut up and then I'm repurposing to make another t-shirt top. This is actually pretty long for videos that I usually do. I'm guessing it's about 25 minutes at this point, but I think that's everything I had to say. So be looking out for some more videos of sewing stuff coming to this channel, and also after this I'm about to go film myself trying my new watercolors for the first time after I do some fine lining with some fine liners I also got for my birthday. Also, I might do a birthday presents haul, maybe. I don't know if that would be too extra of me because I do a lot of those hauls type videos that I don't know. Comment what you would like to see me do next, and if you're wondering why my hair has been the same color for a really long time and why the camera is bouncing because it's windy and the tripod is fine, but I haven't figured out how to stabilize the thing that goes like this. And the answer to the hair question is I am waiting for the blue to fade out more before I dye it again. Hopefully I'll bleach the roots and dye them red before college starts. So I'm giving myself the summer to wait for the blue to fade out. I know that blue is supposed to be a bitch to fade out, but I mean, I really like it like this, but I also like want to dye things, so maybe I should just buy a wig, because I have some Amazon gift cards. So maybe you'll see something like that. Look out for a video of cute mushrooms, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please come back for more. Also, have a great day, and go outside if you can. So my dad's been walking past a few different times, and I don't know how much of that I'll leave in here. Probably I will just leave it all in, or I'll snip out parts of it and put those all at the end, because my dad's cool, and you probably didn't get to actually see him, but yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did he put it online?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's actually a high quality thing. I think they did this promotion. He's the narrator for it.
Oh, that's cool.
It shows them changing, Deacon's apartment, changing from wheels to tracks. He talks about what they're doing. It's about 5 minutes.
You should send it to me somehow so I can find
I'll make sure you can see it, yeah.
So apparently my uncle made a video. So that's cool. I guess I'll put a link of that in the description if I can find it. You know, you're not even like in the frame, so it's not like you're.
I don't know how wide the camera angle is. I'm trying to do this.
I know. It's from about here to here. Yeah, because I'm close. If I was like back here, then it's here to here.
Does it film pretty well outside?
I don't know. I can't really tell. Like, I can see it because I have the brightness up all the way, but I won't be able to tell how good it is until I go inside and put it on the computer. I'm about to do it. Yeah, I hot glued this piece of thing onto it so that, because I didn't want to use the other one, and because it's hot glue, I can just peel it off later, so it's not like breaking anything. But now I can like have a tripod to use this outside. It's just so nice out. I was like, I want to film outside today.